If you are looking to start a business, listen to this video all the way to the end because I am sharing with you some of the steps that I took, as well as just my journey, giving you some story time. I am wanting to put more information out about my process and what it looked like because I think a lot of people, at least when I started my business, they had this idea that everything was just easy and perfect. All you have to do is manifest it and life is peachy. Y'all, there are beautiful times that I have had in my entrepreneurial journey, but there have also been struggles, and I want to help you to navigate past some of the struggles, and that's what I've put in my Money Honey course. But I'm also going to share this with you. But if you are interested in the Money Honey course, you can hit the link in the bio. So let's get into it. I was in education. So after I got out of college, I told you guys my broke college student story. I moved to Memphis, Tennessee, and I was working with Teach for America. I absolutely hated it, and I hated working at the school that I did, so much so that I had panic attacks. It was bad. And anyway, my husband and I got engaged during that time, moved back together, back home, and our engagement didn't work out that time around. And so I found myself working as an educator. That was like my second or third year in teaching. And I absolutely loved what I did, but I felt like the pay was just not there. And this was before like COVID, before this whole transitioning teacher thing was a thing. I felt like the amount of money that they were paying me was not compensating for the value that I was putting out. My students were having amazing test scores in ELA and math. I was working like going to certain PDs. Like I was just doing all these amazing things, leading workshops. I even did district PD. I was like, look, y'all are not paying me enough for the value that I'm putting out here. So I decided that I was going to leave this job. I decided to leave probably before I went into the next school year. And so that meant I needed to work on my business. So I worked heavily on my business. At the time, I had this coaching business that I'm speaking through now with this platform, She's Worthy. And I also had my other business, Limitless Learning International, which I still have, but I don't do like any more like one-on-one services. I only do contractual, working with school districts, states, things like that. Well, anyway, I decided to go ahead and quit. And I just remember like the summer before making so much money. Like it was more money than I had ever made before. And even that spring, I was just bringing in money. Like it was just true embodiment, alignment. And so I just was like, I just can't do this anymore. I can't come into this job. I can't not have time freedom. And I remember what really pissed me off was when they took away our planning and they took away our lunch time. And I was a member of the teachers union, and I told them about this, and they were like, well, talk to your principal. We can't do anything about it. And I was like, well, cancel my membership because you're supposed to be my advocate. They didn't cancel it. They were like, you can't until the end of the school year. I'm like, bet. I won't even be here. So it has to cancel. And then I had received my master's degree, and they only had like a $500 stipend. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get it all in one check so they can just take off the taxes, and at least I have like a good lump sum. No, they were like, we're going to split that across 26 paychecks. Well, I'd be damned. Like, y'all really out here doing all kinds of stuff. Like, and nobody's saying anything. Now, teachers get paid a little bit more. They are like, they have a voice. This was before all of this. So I was like, look, I'm making more money in my business than I am on my job. I teach about the things that I did to do that, specifically the income streams I set up, whether passive or active, how I work the numbers, the spiritual, energetics, all of that is in the Money Honey course. Hit the link in the bio. But I just found myself like not really feeling it. And I told my principal, who actually is a hater now, which is crazy. But I told her, and I was like, look, I have to go. Like, this is my time. And she was like gracious about it, and I appreciated that. So moving forward, I did leave. That was November 15th, 2017 was my last year in the classroom, and my business like took off. Like, it just took off. It was just like a power, like power. And 2018, I winded up making, was that? Yeah, 2018 was my first 6-figure year. And I am going to tell you another story about that 2018 year. Even though it was a 6-figure year, that was like my hardest year in business. And I'm going to like share that in another video. But my point in saying all of this is that you have to be in alignment. You have to find roles and ways that you can use your energy best. You need to know thyself. You need to understand the astrological space. You need to understand your spiritual space. All of these things connect with your success. You're not just meant to be here to pay bills. Like, what? Bills were not even a thing. When you look back at time, bills just became a thing when we had this patriarchal society, and this is just, you know, an industrialized, more modernized world. Like, no, we're supposed to be able to live and breathe and eat off of the earth. But they changed all that because people wanted to have control and power. But you get to take your power back when you step into abundance. So if this video and telling my story was a little bit helpful for you, if you want to know more about my journey, you have questions, share them down in the comments, because I want to be more open. I want you guys to know who the money goddess is. I don't want you guys to think that, you know, I just came from this background and, you know, I just showed up here. No, I made this bitch. See this? I made her. Okay? I'm a self-made multimillionaire. Nobody handed me any money. Of course, people supported me and loved me, but I was the leader towards my destiny, and God and the goddess were my co-pilots. I love you guys, and I'm going to share another video where I talk about 2018, how it was my worst year in business, but it was my first 6-figure year. You're going to love this.